Hi guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. We're from Empowered Mind and we really focus on women, self-development and growth. And we're just so excited to go into today's topic of empowering yourself through storytelling. And we're going to start with talking about our stories, and then we're going to go into ways that you can empower yourself through storytelling. I'm going to let Crystal go first and kind of tell her story.
So if I were to think of what my story is, I think it's really hard to put and condense your life into your story, but I think if I were just to give a snippet of where I am today and where I hope to go, and what's really influenced me over the past couple of years, I would just say that for me, one thing that's had a tremendous impact on my life is just realizing and valuing the importance of health and wellness. And this started 7 years ago, a little bit after my son was born. We went to different hospitals, doctors, but we kept hearing the same thing that basically there's nothing they could do. We got a lot of ointments and things like that to use, but we realized that it really was not solving the problem. It kept coming back, or it would be worse, or sometimes it would be good, and so on and so forth. But anyway, to make it short, I ended up doing a lot of research online and ended up getting certified as a health coach, a holistic health coach in the process. And I just really fell in love with health and wellness because this taught me about how important it is not just to exercise, not just to eat right, but how important it is to take care of the inside, to make sure that mentally you're okay, to make sure that you're drinking your water, to make sure that you're paying attention to the ingredients on the back of a box. Just so many things that really help me to make sure that I'm eating better, I'm taking care of myself and my family a lot better than I used to. And that's really influenced me. And that's part of the reason why I was so excited for my sister and I to start Empowered Mind, because this is a big focus for Empowered Mind is to help empower women through health and wellness. And that's something that's really dear to my heart. So, and that's what I hope to do, for the future. So I think that sums up a big part of what's influenced my life over the years and what I plan to do in the future. So that's me. I would turn it over to Jan.
I think that's important. And what I love that Crystal said is kind of how it turned into a passion, learning about health and wellness. And I want to ask for women out there, what in your story can help you to be connected to your passions? I think our stories shape who we become. Sometimes the things that we go through is even a bigger calling to our life. So I'll definitely start with my story when it comes to self-development and self-care. So for me, it all started with, I've always been kind of obsessed with excellence. Even as a kid, I think growing up with parents who were Caribbean, who are from Jamaica, and it didn't feel like a burden. It just felt like an expectation to live up to. And so, I would write poetry about excellence. I would try to be excellent. I was just kind of obsessed with this thing. I even wrote a poem about the ode to excellence. That's how much I love the idea of being excellent and being great. And I think my whole life I've been working on becoming the best version of myself and being an excellent form of myself. And so that's part of how the story started. And so it was part of the drive. And I think somewhere along the line, I forgot about self-care. I was so driven and so obsessed with becoming great and being awesome and becoming a supermodel and writing a book and doing all these great and amazing things and winning awards and all these kind of things and winning my Oscar and all these great big dreams that I had. And I wasn't taking care of myself as well. So I was going into a point where like I was working on the weekend, I was working at night, I was just hustling so much because I was like, I need to make money and I need to save so that I can just follow my dream without having to worry about money. So I was just working, working, working. And at one point, I think I'd worked maybe 6 or 7 months straight without taking any time off. I was just working all the time. And my body just kind of gave out. Like I slept, I think 24 hours. I woke up the next day and I was just in shock. And I had a paradigm shift. I realized that I can't live my life this way. I can't just be a workaholic. Like it's not working for me. And so I started learning more about self-care. I started wanting to do more self-care things. I was attending women's empowerment groups. I was, reading books and just trying to become my best version, but with balance, because a lot of times, you're not necessarily taught through society to have some balance. It's kind of like hustle, be great, you're going to be awesome, get it done. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And somehow I was like, I still feel like it's not enough. I still feel like I'm falling short. So through sisterhood and through talking with other friends and other women and other groups, I learned that I could have that balance. I can have that dream, but I can still take care of myself. Long story short, I feel like the story got a little long. I felt like owning my story was really important. And so that's part of the reason why we did this video is you got to be comfortable with who you are and what your story is when it comes to self-development. Because if you don't own your story, then it owns you. And I think being aware of your story and the ups and downs of it and kind of owning it and talking about it and living it and, using it to become a better version of yourself, it all works for itself. And sometimes your story helps you to connect to your mission and your calling so that you can live a fulfilled life. And that's basically what I wanted to say. I'm going to let Crystal kind of finish up, wrap it up.
We would love to know, what is your story, guys? Please share with us. Tell us something about you. What was it for you that helped you to own your story and realize what you want to do and what's important in your life? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, like our channel, and share with someone if you believe that it will be valuable for them. So thank you. Have a great day. And we hope to see you next week on the next video.
We hope to see you next week. Thank you guys. Bye now.